Hi, my name is Susan Weimer, and thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. I'm here with a video for Picket Studios holiday release for September 2018. And so far I've made these 4 cards, and just briefly wanted to show you. This is using the Perfect Pearls liftoff technique that Jennifer McGuire just did. This is Be Naughty, Save Santa the Trip. I just love this one. And this is another one of my favorites. The reindeer's kind of going crazy. And it says, in a world full of Grinches, be a Rudolph, Comet, Dasher, or Blitzen. I kind of wish that was a big sentiment. And this is the card that we're going to work on today. It's all fun and games until Santa checks the naughty list. And the image is from our Girl Boss stamp set, which is a great set. As you can see, I've used it. You can use it for lots of things. I've used it here for a Christmas card, but it has some great encouraging things to say to any woman, any young girl, away at college or in school. I'm a girl. I can do everything. Boss girl, girl boss. I don't know. I just love this set. So I think that we're going to use Be Naughty, Save Santa the Trip on this card. No. This is Nina. I've already embossed this card with a very old snowflake embossing folder. And then I'm using my smaller Misty to put my stamps on it to keep them from getting lost on what you will eventually see is a very messy desk. So I've gone and I've stamped my Girl Boss out in Memento Tuxedo black ink. And I've just used E000, and now I'm using E04 in the darkest shadows. And this is a scary, sometimes for me, color to work with. But I've been working on faces. I do have to say that coloring a real face, that sounds kind of crazy. Coloring a real face is so much scarier than coloring a fairy or some other kind of character, because you realize, like, if you don't get the details right, it's not going to look like a face anymore. So anyway, this is E00, I think. I'll write it all. I have it all written down in my notebook that I keep for each card. I keep a page basically for each card that I make. Trying to be like Christina Werner. Actually, here, now this is where I was struggling coloring this image in. And maybe this is something that would help you. I thought her eyes looked funny without any color in them. And I needed something to ground her face. And to me, that's your eyes. And your coloring is sort of based on your eyes. I know I was giving her a little bit of a darker skin complexion, but I just needed her eyes in there. I had her envisioned in a certain way. And I think the next time I color her, or I have a few other stamps that have faces of real people. I'm going to color the eyes in first, just because then they look real. I did leave out the little white highlight that I did put that in at the end. And I'm using BG72 to give her some eyeshadow, and I'm going to make that a little deeper in a little bit. I'm going to go back in with the E11 and add in some more shadows into where her eyes are inset, into her forehead. I think I probably overdid it, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm using E for now, 04 on her lips, but I realized that I want a real Christmassy color on that lipstick that she's holding. So I go back in with E35 and E37 to do that. And then I think I've gone in and added E000. So now the hair I really struggled with, because the hair had a lot of indications from the artist drawn lines of where to put the highlights, to put the low lights, excuse me. I sound like a hairdresser now. But anyway, and I was really trying to do that justice, and I love this haircut. And my hair's sort of cut like this, but when I was much younger, my hair was cut like this. So I have a picture. My husband has a picture of me with my hair cut like this. Anyway, and that's what's in my head while I'm trying to color it. So I'm trying to set some of the hair back because it's all layered, and put some of the hair forward. So I'm using the E30s and then some E29 to try to understand what the artist Nicole Peterson is wanting to say with this image's hair. Excuse me, I went off camera there. And so I didn't want to give blonde a try for the first time on camera, but I do love drawing blonde. I will color blonde hair, but I don't think I'd ever color it on camera. Anyhow, so, and you can see more easily if you have the stamp set in front of you, which I would highly recommend that you get, because it is so versatile, and the sentiments in it are so versatile, just because this actually helped me learn how to color hair, because it made me understand how hair is in pieces, and like after we've played with it all day or it's tousled with the wind. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with E29 and try and deepen some of those areas where her hair is going behind, because I really want her to look good, like her hair is perfectly placed, and she's got a nice colors, lowlights, highlights, and her hairspray is the perfect amount, because isn't that what we all want? So anyway, I'm going back to coloring skin now. So I have E000 out, and I'm going to come in with my E04 and do some of the darker highlights under her chin, around her neck there, underneath her hair, and I'm coloring as if the light's coming in from the left, or at least that's what I think I'm doing. I really need to go back to school and take some art classes. Yeah, I take a lot of classes online, but I sometimes am not getting this light theory thing. Anyway, you'd think I would. I spent a semester taking a photography class once, not too long ago, and it was all in black and white. So, and it was film, and we worked in the dark room. This is about, I guess it would be about 10 years ago. So we weren't allowed to use digital cameras or anything that had a light sensor in it that told you any more than the old manuals would. So it was kind of cool. I used my dad's old Nikon camera and lenses to take the class, and learning to understand shadows and how to develop them in the darkroom was really fun. So here I'm adding the E35 and E39, and I might have dropped a smidgy bit of E89 in there. And then I'm using G24 and G29 for that lipstick holder, because I think if you're having a Christmas lipstick, the holder should be green, although my lipstick is black. Not the lipstick. I don't wear black lipstick. Anyway, never mind. So I'm going to color her shirt red and green because she's going to a party. And if I could have figured it out, I probably would have wiped out the little dots in there, but I couldn't quite get it. Or if I had done her as no line, that would have been really, really super hard, given this was the first time I colored a face on camera. I think I would have tried to give her a little bit of an ugly Christmas sweater look. But anyway, that would have been fun. Come to think of it, I could have stamped it off and then cut it out and paper pieced it. Oh, well, I might have to try that next time. But this image is a great image. I think she's very versatile. And like I said, the sentiments that come in this set are really lots of fun. And I'm just using G20, 24, and 29 to do the greens and get into those folds and the nooks and crannies. I did not come back into this image with any colored pencil at all. I am trying to add in some eyelashes, because don't we all want big eyelashes? One of the things I do have to recommend is when my daughter got married, I had the bridal party get false eyelashes, and they weren't huge ones. They were just normal size ones. I don't know how else to say that. Our pictures looked so good. I would definitely spend the money on doing that again. It wasn't even that much money. And then I just added some BG70 to get that almost like a pop of a highlight up onto her eyebrow. Not eyebrow, her eyelid. So I'm going to take, I've cut her out, which I lost the clip for that. And then I always go out of the lines. It's almost unavoidable, especially when you're doing something like this and it's new and it's the first time. So I'm just going to use a white gel pen to clean this up. And it's quick and easy. And I do it a lot. Well, I do it a lot because I color outside of the lines a lot. But isn't that part of the thing, to have fun? And this is sped up too, which is really kind of funny to think about how slow this would take me in real time. Anyway, and I apologize for this voiceover. I have a really bad headache. There's another thunderstorm overhead. And tomorrow we're supposed to leave to go on vacation. We're going to go to Asheville, North Carolina to see the Chihuly glass exhibit. Oh, I love his glass. I just love, love, love his glass. I get so inspired by it. Oh, back to this. Okay, so my Bessie desk. This is how your desk looks, right? This is for reals. I was just working away, really got my head into this project and forgot to clean up my markers. So we're just keeping it real here. So I'm looking at this and I'm looking at it. You can see me tapping my finger. I've gone off camera and for 20 minutes I searched for my foam tape. I cleaned my room and I lost my tape. It was a moment of panic. I'm sure you can all relate. So anyway, I'm going to pop her up. And then I want to cover, obviously, the unfinished parts with the sentiment strip. I'm putting some foam tape at the bottom, and then I'm just going to attach the top with just a little bit of liquid adhesive. Excuse my head there. And I'm going to go to the... Now, I don't even like this. At this point, I don't like it. And I'm now adding the little bits of whites to her eyes. And I like the way she looks. I'm going to give some Wink of Stella to her eyeshadow, her lipstick, and her shirt because it's Christmas and she's going to a party. And I put some glassy accents onto her nails, and I think I also put it on her lips. The card's not right here. Sorry. And I'm coming back in with the Wink of Stella. Oh, I'm doing the case for the lipstick. Man, I'm tired. We've had an armadillo digging underneath our foundation. I'm always complaining about the critters here. And so it's waking me up. So I got a white noise maker. And last night I was finally able to sleep. But that armadillo's got to go. But we'll do it when we get back. So anyway, we're going to Asheville and to see the Chihuly glass exhibit. And I am so excited. This would be my third Chihuly exhibit that I've gotten to go see. Saw one at the Museum of Fine Arts, and I saw one in St. Petersburg. My mom and I both love his glasswork. So my husband and I are going to this one. But now Florence is making an aim for that area of the country. So even though she's probably not going to make landfall while we're there, the rain's going to start coming in. So I'm so sad because I'm really looking forward to this. And then the day that we have to leave, we're flying from there to my grandson's birthday in Boston. Okay, so I really didn't like that. So I got out the other sentiment because I thought, oh, okay, it's smaller. I can make it work. I'm just giving it another stamp again. And I know there's a lot of tape on my VersaFine, but I had to go on an unexpected trip and I needed to bring some crafty supplies to keep my mind occupied. And I threw my Versamark in there. Yeah, you see, I might have to do this over again. But it's still inky. I hate to throw it away, but it's kind of making a mess everywhere. So I've got to just cave and buy a new one. But this one's like an old friend. It's kind of ridiculous. So I like this sentiment better. I think it fits better. Now I'm going to pop that up, put it on there. and then I ripped it off. How many times can I redo this card? This is real. This is the real struggle. We all do this. I know you have to do this. If you don't do this, then I don't know if we can be friends. Just kidding. And so I'm trying to figure out the sequence again. I can never get these rules of 3/3 and stuff down. I was talking with a friend while I was on this unexpected trip about why some cards work and some don't. And she was telling me about the rule of thirds and how she's always really careful to follow that. So I decided that I had too much white space down at the bottom of that card. So I took it off, and that's the card finished. I will have a lot of information on my blog for you about these 4 cards. Thank you for being here with me today and tolerating this awful video and voiceover. I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. I hope it got a thumbs up. And I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. That would be a huge help to me and lets me know what kind of content that you like. If you have a question, please put in a comment. I'm always here to answer those. And again, there'll be more information on my blog. And thank you and enjoy your day.